If you've been on the internet lately, you've probably heard of Microsoft's new search engine, Bing. We headed to Soho, where we caught up with Nick Venderman, who granted us a few minutes of his time to tell us more about Bing and its role on the web. Oh, nice office.
It's actually a conference room.
Nick is one of the key players at Bing, in charge of everything from product launches to details such as resolving any IP conflicts. IP being a technical word for intellectual property.
Should probably blur that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Nick, it's good to meet you.
Not at all.
How long have you been here?
About 3 hours.
Okay, I meant more day to day.
I see. Every day.
Okay. So we're just
With 14 years under his belt for Microsoft, there is little Nick does not know about the internet, and he can name over 40 websites. With such depth and knowledge, there is little he cannot answer.
So question 1. What is the internet?
Well, the internet is a collection of computers that is connected together.
The internet is a collection of computers connected together so that information can be shared and communicated across the world. Despite seeming complicated, Nick was able to give me a brief understanding in just a few hours.
That's computer.
TV,
That's
computer.
the user, right? And in the meantime, there are spiders going out there, and they're crawling the World Wide Web.
Right.
Right, and they are bringing back all kind of interesting information.
Okay, and when you say spiders... And who invented all this?
Well, it's a pretty rich history. It went from the American military to university campuses, but the person credited with inventing the internet is Tim Berners-Lee.
Okay. And is he here today?
No. Oh, virtual spiders.
Virtually.
Yeah,
spiders.
so they go out to the web, find new pages, find new links, see what sites are popular, and bring that back to the index so we can serve it to the user.
Okay, so... Oop. Like that.
More legs.
Right. Yes. Okay, and so where would I be on... I mean, if there's lots of computers, how would they all speak to Bing?
Yeah, it's all a bit complicated, isn't it? So maybe I can make it a bit simpler. What question would you like to have answered?
How many computers are there in the world?
So let's use films as an example. So if you type in Rio, then you get a little module at the top of the page, and that shows you all the cinemas that it's currently playing. It's just a way for Bing to be helpful. Let's say, for example, you look for a weather forecast. We offer you links to the best websites that offer you web forecasts, but we also offer a web forecast right there in the page. It's the same principle. If I offer you a cup of coffee, and I also offer you some biscuits.
Ooh.
Do you want some biscuits?
Back to Bing, which is the server, which then brings it back to me, who's on that bit there, but I'm not the other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It all kind of works together in one fell swoop. You know. So.
Okay, sure. And then the circle's the Earth.
Sorry?
Now, obviously, the elephant in the room is...
Well, great search engine, great competitor, but we feel like we're catching up. We feel our index is as comprehensive as Google. We feel our results are as good as Google. In some cases even better. We think if people give Bing a try for a week or so, they will stop being such compulsive.
Where do you keep the spiders?
On the web.
And so, looking to the future, are there any new exciting features coming up?
Well, we want to keep on improving the user experience, but actually a lot of the work is behind the scenes, just making the results more relevant.
Sure.
However, I did hear the other day how yeah. Salesforce, E-Trade, LiveJournal, WordPress. Yeah, so we really want to make our users very happy, and we spend a lot of hours and lots of money in trying to improve the user experience. In fact, even for the simplest of pages, we have hundreds of editors, looking at every link, looking at every font of every link, looking at the shading of every font, looking at the word placement. Actually, recently I signed off on 150K worth of in-depth research with some of the brightest minds in the business that looked at if blue-eyed people use the web differently than brown-eyed people.
And do they?
No.